Hey there, all you cool, epic, and awesome fans, followers, and listeners. Welcome to episode 69 of the Cool, Epic, Awesome podcast. My name is Matt, and I'll be your co-host today.
And I'm the other co-host, Joe.
And on today's episode, we have a pretty exciting one. We got Snow White, which was Disney's latest attempt at a live-action remake.
Yeah.
We got Death of a Unicorn, which was an A24 film, which we had been looking forward to, I think. It was kind of like one that we thought could be one of the first good movies of the year, but we'll get to it.
It's a sad thing to say.
Yeah, and then last episode I recommended Twilight, and y'all already know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. I had nothing,
Come on,
I had no Team Edward. Well, honestly, we'll talk about it when we get into it, because we didn't even get into, like, the Team Edward, Team Jacob stuff yet.
Yeah, that first movie is, like, really Edward-focused. Yeah. But, yeah, dude, that we watched it together. It's fucking hilarious, man.
It is unironically, like, very funny.
Yeah. Well, ironically, honestly. But, yeah, and then besides that, I think we'll do some more of that, like, movie film trivia that we did last time. That was fun. And, yeah, and then we got some slight movie news. The big one is the Avengers cast, which we'll go through. But, yeah, I guess to start things off, we'll talk about Snow White. So let me pull up the synopsis here. But, like, I think pretty much everyone's familiar with Snow White. So let's see what we got. The classic tale comes to life. A princess joins forces with 7 dwarves to liberate her kingdom from her cruel stepmother, the evil queen. So
that's actually I didn't. I thought it was gonna be a little. I don't know.
Yeah. So Snow woke. No, I'm kidding. It's actually like not woke. Like I don't even think the people that use that term could even like put this on.
It. Yeah.
Like put that term to this movie. There's still True Love's Kiss. They got rid of Prince Charming, which some people will be upset about. But overall, I think it's fine. Rachel Zegler, I think, is great. She's a great Snow White. If you're complaining about her, like just grow up, bro. She's a great singer. She's a great actress. Like, what is the problem? I mean,
everything.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I think some of the stuff that she said is a little bit questionable. Like, she basically shits on the original movie any chance that she gets, which is like, that's a beloved classic. So it's kind of like weird if the main actress of the Snow White remake is saying, "Oh, the original Snow White sucks."
Is she talking about like because I know there's that clip of her. Was she talking about the movie? She's talking about like the original book.
No, the movie.
Oh, the movie. Okay.
There's like multiple clips of her saying like, "Oh yeah, this came out like 80 years ago and it's so outdated and this and that." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I haven't watched it in like however many years." Just weird, but her as an actress, I think she's great in the movie.
Yeah.
She's one of the only things that really like makes this movie. She makes it watchable. The big thing that people have been talking about is Gal Gadot as the evil queen. What do you think of her performance?
She was pretty, like, distractingly bad, in my opinion.
She wasn't, like, as bad as I expected her to be based on people's reactions, honestly.
I feel like a lot of the moments that, like, they needed me to take her seriously, like, I was, like, laughing. Like, when she tries to, like, intimidate the guards, and, like, she turns, you know the clip I'm talking about?
Yeah, she has, like...
I forgot what she says.
She has,
like, turns...
yeah.
What?
No, go ahead, sorry.
She, like, turns at the guard, and... I forgot... She's like, "Oh, will you turn on me or something?" It's just like such a weird line delivery. I mean, she has a lot of those, but she has like weird ass deliveries.
Yeah, she has the what's it called? She has the Michael Keaton Batman problem.
Cowl, yeah.
Where like her head is basically stuck like this, so if she wants to turn, she has to be like that, and it just looks so goofy, especially with her.
Yeah.
But
why did they? I don't understand why they did that, because it's not like a super, I don't know, like iconic to the character that they need a fucking neck cowl.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's some weird decisions in the movie.
Yeah.
In general, another big one was the 7 dwarves. I think Disney originally wanted to cast actors with dwarfism to play those roles, and due to like pushback, especially from Peter Dinklage, who's one of the most prominent actors with dwarfism working. He's fantastic, obviously. But he kind of was like, yeah, don't cast people with dwarfism in these roles because it's like offensive. So they went with like CGI dwarves, which at first I was kind of like, all right, Peter Dinklage, I love you, but you kind of just like led 7 actors with dwarfism to not have roles in a movie based on that statement. But I think the CGI works and it makes sense because if you look at that original Snow White film, they don't look like, the dwarves don't look like people with dwarfism. They have like giant noses and like super large heads. They look like creatures.
Mythical creatures. Yeah, they're like creatures.
So I think it makes sense for them to be CG. I don't know if that was really a big problem
I agree with you.
had, but
And I honestly, I feel like that, like you said, like it fits the kind of aesthetic of like a, I don't know, what are they called? They're gnomes, I guess.
they're dwarves.
I don't know what dwarves. Is that what they're called in the movie? Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, the 7. Oh yeah, the 7 dwarves. I'm an idiot. But it wasn't. I don't know. I thought it was fine. Like they all felt like how they were supposed to feel. It wasn't like a distraction, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like out of place. It felt like natural in the world that they kind of built in the movie.
Yeah, I think they work. At first when I saw them, I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like the CGI monstrosities. And then they kind of grew on me, like as the film went on.
Honestly, the CGI in the movie was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't really have any complaints with it. Not that there was anything like super, like risky or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is, but something that would rely heavily on it.
Yeah.
But the dwarves all looked pretty great. I can't really complain about that. And I guess it makes sense because the film had like a massive budget. I think it was like...
Yeah, I think it was like 270
Dude, I look
million or something.
I saw like 350 mil. That could be wrong. I'm about to look it up.
I don't think that... Yeah, what would it even go to?
It says on Google, it says
Like
209 million USD. So...
Because, I mean, the cast isn't like that, like, you know...
Yeah, it's saying it needs to make about 425 mil to break even.
Honestly, it probably will.
Dude, this is like such a simple story, though. Like 200 mil for this. It's fucking crazy, man.
Very strange.
What'd you think of her costume? Snow White's costume. A lot of people said it's like, looks like a Party City outfit.
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was like, I don't know.
I thought it was good too. I
didn't.
I like how they stuck to the classic. They didn't really change it, which was good.
I mean, then again, we aren't like not Beauty and the Beast, Jesus Christ. Snow White like enthusiasts, so like
speak for yourself, bro.
It felt like fine to me. I guess if you're a Snow White like enthusiast and it felt kind of off. I guess you could take your grives up with the studio, but I don't know, it felt normal to me. Even with the Queen's outfits, I thought were fine too. It's just like the like you said, the neck thing was a little weird, but other than that,
yeah. One thing that I do want to talk about really quick though is like, and this is really a problem with all of these live action remakes. I think is they kind of like lose the main reasoning as to why these are made during the production.
yeah.
If you think about like what is the purpose of a live action remake of a classic film, like one of these classic Disney animated films, why make it in live action? There's two typical answers. One would be like this we grew up with, you know, Snow White, whatever. Obviously, like it came out way before we were born,
I know what you mean.
We grew up with these animated classics. So this new generation of kids are going to grow up with these same stories, just modernized, quote unquote. This is going to be their movies that they grow up with. Okay, I get that. I understand that a little bit.
But I feel like that's not even true, because most of the kids that see this movie probably have seen the original Snow White. It's not like this is like their first introduction to Snow White.
We don't know, man. These TikTok kids, they have no attention span.
I'm hoping that parents like would be, I don't know, like show them the original before watching the. Like I feel like if we were young, like when we were younger, there was like a remake coming out, like mom or dad would make us watch the original.
I don't know. I mean, remakes are obviously a lot more common now,
yeah.
But yeah, and then so that's like one reason why Disney makes them. The other one is like money, obviously.
Money. Yeah. That's the main reason.
What makes money? Nostalgia. You see it, right? So if the purpose of the film is to really like build on that nostalgia and try to get fans of the original to come back and feel that nostalgia, why do you change so much of the story? Like, just keep Prince Charming. Who's gonna complain about that? Like, removing Prince Charming gets rid of like probably the most famous song from Snow White, which is like "One Day My Prince Will Come" or like something like that. I forget what the name of the song is, but like if you're going for nostalgia, why not just buy into that and like keep it as faithful as can be? And this has nothing to do with like, oh, they pick someone with a different race or like anything like that. I'm just saying, like, why change so many elements
but then
of it?
I have a counter take on that. It's like, why even tell the story at that point if you're just gonna have a like carbon copy of the original? Like the one thing I'll say about this is that compared to all the other live action remakes is that at least they change something from the original and make the story a little different compared to like what are the other ones like Cinderella,
Lion King,
little like where it's like carbon copy of the original. At least this is a little different, and it may not be the best changes, but at least it tried to do something a little different in my opinion. So I respect it for that.
Yeah. What did you think of like the Bandits, that storyline? Because that's not in the original.
It felt very like Robin Hood, kind of. You know, like I don't know. It felt like he just literally felt like Robin Hood to me in the story.
Yeah, I felt like they had no chemistry for some reason. I wasn't a big fan of the dude.
Yeah, like it felt like they were friends, and then like all of a sudden, like they were like friendly, but then they just kind of like rushed them into like liking each other. It didn't really give it time to kind of develop the relationship.
Yeah, and honestly, like I think that if you're gonna remove something, like the True Love's Kiss thing is more problematic than there being a Prince Charming, in my opinion. Like I think they should have just kept the Prince Charming and maybe like figured out a different way to wake her up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen the original Snow White in like mad long, so I don't even remember like what before. Like, does she know the prince before she like falls asleep and shit? Or like, I don't even remember.
No, I don't think she knows that. She's like hoping for a prince to like show up. I could be wrong because I also haven't watched in a while, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't like know him really before. And I know the original story that it's based on is obviously like way more problematic. Darker. That's like a darker that Disney changed up.
Well, a lot of those fairy tales are.
Yeah, it's like the Grimm fairy tales or whatever. And yeah, we got another one coming this year, Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, I was actually just gonna bring that up. There's Lilo and Stitch, and then after that is not even. We have Lilo and Stitch, How to Train Your Dragon, and then next year we're getting the live action Moana. So it doesn't really look like these things are gonna slow down, and I guarantee now that if How to Train Your Dragon does well, you can bet your ass that DreamWorks is gonna start pumping out like live action of all their animated shit too.
How many years until we get the live action Shrek?
Shrek, yeah, I was just gonna say like, honestly, at this rate, the way these live action movies, how much money they make, we might get it soon.
I hope so. Who should play him? Mike Myers in makeup.
Mike Myers, yeah.
He would probably be CG, right? If they did it.
Yeah, I feel like they'd have to.
Like an Avatar level CG. But with Shrek.
If they like CGI the entire swamp.
Yeah, it's like hyper realistic. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I really have anything else to say about this movie. A favorite scene? Does anything really come to mind?
The opening sequence is very good. The first 10 minutes of the movie is actually really good.
Yeah, it starts off pretty strong.
Yeah, and it honestly reminds me of the way Wicked starts off. It's like a big, giant, like musical song number. I think it's an original song. I don't think that's from the.
Yeah, I don't think so. They don't really go like too much into her parents' backstory in the original.
That's like the added kind of. I don't know, because I'm pretty sure the original is short too. I think it's only like 80 minutes.
Yeah, it's 80 minutes. This was a little over 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
So they added about 40 minutes of stuff.
Yeah,
which.
I mean, so it makes sense, I guess. Well, I mean, they had to add some like more source material, but maybe not 40 minutes. Maybe like 20 would have been better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like as bad as people are saying. Really, like on IMDb, it's the lowest. No, it's the lowest rated film of all time on IMDb.
Well, dude, I mean, just think about like it has hatred from like both sides of the political spectrum. It's just like and the movie sucks. So it's like, at least if the movie was good, like people would kind of vouch for it. But the movie's not. I mean. To say it's just like very mid in my opinion.
Yeah, it's mid. It's mid. It's just like I
Very
walked out of this
forgettable.
film and I just felt nothing.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, and just like that was it. What did you think of the music? I feel like I was a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, I mean the Rachel Zegler songs are great, but anyone after that I felt like couldn't really sing that well in my opinion.
Yeah, Gal Gadot was okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think she was horrible singing, but who am I to judge? You know.
Yeah. Nah, it wasn't like her. Honestly, I thought her singing was better than her acting in this.
I
That's
think
saying a lot.
I like the. I forget what the name of the song is, but when they're all cleaning up. Oh, Whistle While You Work.
Oh, Whistle While You Work.
That I think I like that sequence,
That-
and I thought that song was good.
Yeah.
But
What's the song the Doors sing?
the Hi Ho.
Oh, Hi Ho. I like that one when they're in like the mine and shit. That was cute. I like that sequence.
Yeah. Yeah, but removing the One Day My Prince Will Come is just like.
I honestly I have to look up like how that song goes because I don't remember it. Unless
Yeah,
you want to give me a demonstration.
Let me see what. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I could pull down the guitar, start strumming
Yeah.
up. Nah. But yeah, that's probably my favorite scene. Favorite character, it's Snow White.
Yeah.
None of the other characters are that compelling.
Yeah.
The dwarves
The dwarves
I
are
like.
fine.
Who's
I
the one
guess.
that's always tight? Is it angry? Grumpy?
Grumpy.
I liked Grumpy.
Grumpy.
He was good.
You know who voices fucking Sleepy?
Yeah, like Nathan something.
That kid from. It's not No Hard Feelings. What's that comedy with
It's
Jennifer
like
Lawrence?
Nathan Bard Feldman or some shit. That could be.
He's like from New York, the kid.
Dude,
He was in the comedy with
fuck's
Jennifer
his name?
Lawrence.
Yeah. No hard feelings.
Yes.
What is his name, bro? Let me look this up.
I just know he's
Andrew
like a New Yorker.
Andrew Barth Feldman.
Yeah.
His name is Nathan. Yeah, he has there's the big plot
Voice
point
reveal.
of what's his name again? Dopey. He can't speak, and then he speaks at the end. He's like,
That's in the that I remember from the original. He doesn't speak in the original, right?
yeah, I don't think he speaks.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like cringe a little bit.
Yeah, the way he spoke, it was like.
And he was narrating the whole thing. I didn't realize till the end.
Really? Oh, I didn't even notice that. Damn.
Dude, I forgot also, like, this was directed by Mark Webb.
Yeah, he did.
Which is
He has like such a wild filmography.
Yeah,
He did the
500 Days of
Spider-Man
Summer.
movies. Yeah.
Like, honestly, one of my favorite movies. Probably, like, one of the
That's
best
probably his best movie.
relationship movies ever made. It's The
He
Amazing
wrote
Spider.
that too, or no?
I believe so. That's why I think he's good with the relationship stuff, because the best part about the Amazing Spider-Man movies is the Emma Stone Peter Parker relationship. But the relationship
they also were
in
dating
this,
in real life too, I feel
so
like.
that chemistry helped definitely.
Yeah.
The relationship in this didn't work.
Yeah. No.
Unrelated, but I did not think that dude was attractive at all, bro. Honestly,
Yeah, he was a little like.
he was
I
too.
don't know.
Yeah, he was just like.
He looked like a peasant in House of Dragon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's like a side character, like begging for a loaf of bread or something like that.
Yeah, I mean he was begging.
I mean, yeah, he was, but you know, I don't know why that like
Yeah.
his haircut maybe I think that's why he has like a peasant haircut from like medieval times.
Yeah, not that I could really speak. Like I'm not the most handsome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not.
But, like,
you know, no disrespect to this act, whatever his name is.
But I know they're making a Prince Charming movie with Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, with Chris Hemsworth, and
I expected more of like a Chris Hemsworth type as that sort of leading man.
yeah,
You
I
know?
think it's interesting though that they're like because Chris Hemsworth's like older. I mean, obviously he's in really good shape.
I think. Did you see the synopsis?
Yeah, it's like what's Dakota Johnson's like an animator, and like she draws him and he comes to life.
Yeah,
or
something like that.
Isn't Mark Webb directing it too?
Is he? I don't know. No, I think I feel like it was a different name.
Hold on, let me see. Oh, you know what? It might be the guy from Wonka.
Oh, Paul King,
I think it is actually.
who made Paddington, which I just watched the other day. But yeah, Paul King.
Let me see. He is. I'm looking it up right now.
Potential 2026 release. Interesting.
Yeah.
Daisy Edgar Jones.
I mean-
not Dakota Johnson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, he does like those kind of family movies really well.
Yeah. Dude, Wonka was great, and he.
Yeah, I really liked Wonka.
Yeah.
And it would be cool to see Hemsworth in kind of like a musical type of that type of role. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him in that type of.
I'm trying to think when he's done sort of less
Com-
serious. Well, obviously Thor, like Thor
Thor.
Ragnarok.
He did like that Men in Black spinoff that sucked.
He was in the Ghostbusters, the all-female Ghostbusters movie, and he
Oh,
was
he
kind
was
of
like
like
the
comedic relief kind of vibe.
he was like the clerk, right, or something like that.
Yeah, that movie sucks, but also Furiosa. I mean, it's not like
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably like when I think of comedy, that's like the only role that really comes to mind for him.
yeah, it's not a comedy, but
He's funny.
he's funny in it. Yeah. But all right, I think we could rate it now.
Yeah. So you want to go first? Or you want me to?
Yeah, I'll go first. So.
There you go.
So live action Snow White, I gave it a 2.5 star, 5 out of 10. I think it's getting a little bit too much hate. I don't think it deserves to be the lowest rated IMDb film of all time.
Yeah.
But I understand people's problems with it. I think they changed a little bit too much. Took certain things out that they should have left in, and then added stuff that didn't need to be left in. Gal Gadot, not great. Rachel Zegler is great though, and it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I really just don't know what to say. So
I'm pretty much in the same boat. I gave it a 2.5, so 5 out of 10. Just very forgettable in my opinion. There's nothing really that stands out to me. Like he said, Zegler's great. That's like the only real thing that I could take away from this. Not really. I don't know. The first 10 minutes are great, and it just goes downhill after that.
yeah, it's fine. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're also not the target demographic for this. To be fair.
That's true. That's true. But I've watched the original Snow White. I'm not a target demographic for that, and I still really like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So.
Fair point.
But all right.
Yeah.
Now we could talk about Death of a
Death of a
Unicorn.
Unicorn.
You want to read the synopsis for this one?
I'll pull it up. Let's see. Alright. A father and daughter accidentally hit and kill a unicorn while en route to a weekend retreat, where his billionaire boss seeks to exploit the creature's miraculous curative properties. So like Matt said, we both kind of thought this was going to be one of like the surprises of the year that was going to. I don't know what a comparison would be, but this year's been pretty shit for movies. I'm not going to lie. So we were hoping for a little. It's still good. We really liked it, but it's not anything like. There's nothing really that sets it like over the top for me, in my opinion. Like it's very predictable. Like I felt like every kind of twist that was going to happen, I saw from like 20 miles away. I didn't really like the CGI as well. It was very wonky. I mean, granted, I understand like it's a fucking unicorn, so like obviously they got to use CGI and shit. But in certain scenes, it looked like pretty bad. I was just like getting my negatives. I don't know if you have any similar complaints or anything.
Yeah, like you said, we kind of were hoping that this would be the start of the turnaround of the films for the year. And it's still good. I enjoyed it. I think it's very funny. I think the cast is fantastic all around. Very great ensemble. It's just, I feel like as I was watching it, I was kind of waiting for like something to happen where the movie would just like click for me. And I was like, yeah, this is really good. But it just never came.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a typical like eat the rich kind of storyline where it's like rich people get their hands on some sort of technology or like something they shouldn't have, and then it ends up turning out for the worse. Yeah. So in terms of that, it's pretty by the books. It's like you said, it's predictable, but I think overall it still works just because of the cast. Really, I think Paul Rudd was great as he's pretty much the lead. Jenna Ortega's great. Her character was funny. She's kind of like she's like the one person that's separated from this sort of like fictionalized reality that all these rich people are living in, and like Paul Rudd is trying to like buy into that, and she's kind of just like, no. Like when they first see the unicorn, they're like, oh, we don't know what this thing is it some sort of like mutated horse or whatever, and she's like, it's a fucking unicorn. I think that was one of the like best lines of the movie.
I hate that they put that in the trailer.
Yeah, they put that in the trailer. I thought that was really funny.
Will Poulter was also. I thought he was fucking really funny in this.
Yeah, he was really funny. I'm hyped to see him get more roles. It's
Yeah.
the product of the MCU, man. Once you get cast in that, then
Yeah, he's gonna be in Warfare next week. Well, not next week, in a couple weeks. So.
yeah, I'm excited for that. What else do we got? Richard E. Grant. He was great.
Yeah.
He's
funny.
He was very funny. It seems like the whole cast was having fun though too while they were making it.
I like the design of the unicorns as well. They make them kind of like monstrous. They don't like it's not like a traditional like kind of looking unicorn that you'd picture in like a fantasy.
Yeah, at the end they become that. I don't really understand what happened there, but
what?
When they do that like orb thing and it explodes, they turn white and like have the more typical look of a unicorn. Cuz they're black at first.
I guess cuz they resurrected the I don't know.
I didn't really get what that was.
Honestly, I didn't even notice that. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, they turn white at the end. I like how they go into like the unicorn lore because there's obviously all this folklore of, you know, like unicorns have healing properties and their blood
forever.
Yeah, like it's also Harry Potter.
Harry Potter
does it also like drinking the unicorn blood will make you immortal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like when the rich people find it, they instantly want to like figure out a way to monetize it and like also use it on themselves to live forever. I like how they did the discovery of finding out that it cures you. Like Paul Rudd, his allergies go away and his eyesight gets perfect because he gets unicorn blood in his eyes and like on his face. And then Jenna Ortega's character, her acne goes away when she gets which when the movie first started and she had all this acne on her face, I was like, what the fuck? Like I don't remember seeing this in the trailer. But then yeah, it made sense because they got rid of it pretty early on. Also, what's his face was in it? Anthony Carrigan, who's gonna be in Superman.
Oh yeah, he plays like the butler or something like that.
Yeah, his character was funny, and just like the way he was treated also was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have Jenna Ortega's character. She sort of researches like all this old kind of unicorn lore and mythology. Yeah. One thing that they kept like going back to that I feel like they never really kind of like they just didn't fully develop this part of the plot was the relationship with her mother and the unicorns.
Oh yeah, because you're right. They they allude to the mom having like some kind of connection to the unicorns or something like that. But they never fully explain it.
They kind of say like, oh, the mom took them to this place to look at these unicorn tapestries, and that's how Jenna Ortega's character like knows about the unicorns a little bit. And they keep like teasing this sort of connection between them, but they never kind of like resolve it. They never really explain it. I guess it's maybe just like a fate thing that like her character was always supposed to like meet these unicorns or whatever.
Would be what do they say? The fair maiden.
Yeah, the fair maiden.
Fair maiden.
Or I don't know.
I also mentioned this to you. I love Jenna Ortega as an actress, but it sucks that she's getting like typecast. I feel like she plays like the same character in every single thing that she's in.
Yeah, I don't know. She's kind of always like an angsty teen.
Yeah.
But she does it well.
No, she does, but I think she's more talented than that.
Yeah, she is. I'm thinking, I saw this post the other day, and it was like, now that Mikey Madison won an Oscar, who's going to be like the next actress in their 20s that's going to win? And people are saying like Ortega, Maya Hawke, Sadie Sink, or some names.
Maya Hawke, I feel like.
Rachel Sennett, maybe.
What about the girl from Lady Bird? How old is she?
Saoirse? I think she's a little bit older. She might.
I mean, she's like probably the next one up in my opinion.
Let me see her age. She's 30.
But does she even have anything coming up?
She has a movie. Well, she had Blitz this year, which was supposed to be like an Oscar push kind of thing, but it wasn't great.
Out. And she had that other movie, that Outrun.
The something? Outrun. Yeah, I didn't see that. Actually, did I?
No, I didn't see it. She has like the blue hair in it.
Yeah. No, I don't think I watched that. I saw Blitz. It was okay. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I feel like Ortega could do it. I'm trying to think, what has she been in post like Wednesday? Beetlejuice.
She's in that she's gonna be in that time travel movie with Glenn Powell that J.J. Abrams is producing.
She's in Taika Waititi's next movie.
Oh yeah, she's in Taika Waititi's next movie. Obviously Wednesday season 2.
Yeah, I feel like she's not as booked as she should be.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna look at her. What you call it now?
Her letterbox.
Yeah, I was curious.
See what she's got coming up. Yeah, I hope it's Sadie Sink. She's probably my favorite of those kind of young actresses. Or Rachel Sennett, I think, is also great.
All three of them, I mean. Honestly, she doesn't have shit, dude.
Ortega, yeah. She's...
Yeah.
I mean, Wednesday's probably taking up a lot of her time.
Yeah. Acorns, that's the time travel one with Glenn Powell. The Gallerist with Natalie Portman.
Interesting.
Never heard of that. A desperate gallerist conspires to sell a dead body in art. Who's directing? Kathy Yen.
Let me look that one
up. She did Birds of Prey.
The Gallerist. Oh, she's also in that The Weeknd movie. Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Hurry Up Tomorrow.
That's coming out soon.
I didn't see the trailer of that. So she got a couple things coming. Nothing really awards baity, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe Clara and the Sun could get a push if it's good. But I don't know how people think of Taika right now, honestly.
Well, it depends what Taika we're going to get. Are we going to get Love and Thunder Taika or Jojo Rabbit Taika?
Yeah, hopefully the latter. All right, yeah, we kind of went on a little tangent there.
Yeah, anyway.
But
well, if you want to get in a rating. Well, actually, do we even do favorite character?
Nope. You want to give yours? Who you got?
Honestly, I liked Will Poulter's character the best, in my opinion. I thought he was fucking hysterical. I mean, granted, like you said, he did have most of the jokes in the script, but I enjoyed his presence the most.
Yeah, I think like you just brought that up. I remember saying that to you.
Yeah,
he had so many jokes written for him, and a lot of them didn't land, but a lot of them did.
Yeah.
So it's not that it takes anything away from his performance, but that's kind of why he was so funny, because he was given so much material. But yeah, I probably liked Ridley the best. That was Jenna Ortega's character.
Yeah,
she was kind of the only one who was sane, besides her and Paul Rudd.
Yeah. Well, I guess the butler dude kind of.
Yeah, those doctors too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not really I guess it's supposed to be a horror comedy, but there's very minimal horror elements in it.
I feel like it's like a budget thing.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, we talked about the CGI. I would have liked maybe one practical shot of the unicorn, just one.
I'm pretty sure there's that one that at the end with the mouth. I'm pretty sure that's practical, but
I
that's
don't think
the only.
so. I don't think so, dude.
The one from. Hold on, wait.
I know what you're talking about, bro. It's definitely CGI. There's no way that's practical.
Can we put it up on the thing and see if what the viewers think?
Yeah, hold on. I'll put it up. You're talking about...
Let me see.
Hold on a second. Yeah, let me put this up. Dude, how the fuck do I get this to go full screen? Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second, fans. Dude, what the fuck? What the
Whatever.
Alright, this looks like shit, but I'm pretty sure this is what you're talking about. Yeah, okay. Let me bump this up. Let's bump this shit on the screen. Open image in a new tab. Here we go. You're telling me this is practical? Let us know down in the comments.
Let me see if it's
below.
the thing I'm talking about.
This, right?
Yes.
Bro, that is not practical, dude.
Dude. That's the only show. I want to look it up. I think it is.
In motion, it's not. 100% not, bro. I don't know if it would work if I...
You know why I think it's real? One, because they cut during that scene. You see the full face, and then they cut to that angle of her where it just shows the mouth.
Yo. She's looking kind of good right there. Nah, hold on.
I don't know why in my head she's always just like a 15-year-old, even though she's probably like fucking 30 at this point. But
Let's see.
can we just look it up online if there's like any practical. Let me look it up. Death of a Unicorn.
Look, I didn't want to have complex animatronics.
Hold on.
See this?
Yeah, but read the article.
Bro, there's no way I'm reading through this shit. Alright, whatever.
Let me see.
Dude, it's not. It's really not.
Is this the one from the Mashmobile?
Bro, it's not.
Is that where the article's from?
It's not.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm actually interested now. Alright, well, we can move on from that while I'm looking at this. What was your rating?
I gave it a 3.5 stars. A 7 out of 10. I think it really works, and I've been talking down on the movie a little bit, but it's just because this kind of outlandish concept, great cast, made by A24. I was expecting more of like a 4.5 kind of film. So my disappointment is still there, but I still think the movie's good. I think Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega as kind of like those two leads are fantastic. They're great. I really bought them as that father-daughter dynamic. And I think the movie's very funny. Like, there's a lot of jokes. Not all of them land, but the ones that do land, I think, are great. So, yeah. I like how they kind of twisted this typical sort of magical, like, perfect, mystical unicorn and made it into a monster. Because not that it's unexpected because we've seen the trailers, but it's kind of like an unexpected thing to do with that trope.
A unicorn, yeah. I agree with you. I also gave it a 3.5, so 7 out of 10. Honestly, though, I don't know if you agree with this. It's kind of our own fault because we set higher expectations for the movie. Like, if I went in with like not having as high expectations as I did, I may have liked it a little more. But nevertheless, I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah, that's
Also,
definitely, bro. It's like impossible to not have expectations for something going in, But
that says the film combines practical and digital effects, but even in scenes where the unicorns are rendered entirely digital, Scarfman kept the puppets on set as reference. So they did both.
I feel like
I told you
that whole movie I didn't see a single practical unicorn.
it's
They should've
inevitable
just
that
found a
practical
real
elements
unicorn.
there in terms of something. But the puppets were incredible. It breathed. His neck moved. Maybe it's a combination. So maybe like the puppets were actually there, but they just layered the CGI on, and that's why.
Yeah,
it
it
looked
could have
weird.
been like the Thing remake situation.
Yeah, like the Thing remake type of thing, which is yeah. Did we ever talk about that?
I've never even seen that movie. I just know the behind the scenes of it. Yeah.
I've seen it.
Is it good?
Not really, but they go like way too more into like the Thing like lore, like where the Thing comes from and whatnot.
Yeah, it's better to keep it as a mystery.
Yeah, it's like a prequel. It's supposed to take place before the events of the the Thing.
It's like that group before them.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, let's
anyway,
move on to some movie news.
move on to some movie news.
Yeah, it's really not that great, but I'll start things off here.
I was gonna say next week will be much bigger because this week is CinemaCon. I think it's in Vegas, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
But I know for a fact we're gonna get FNAF 2 and Wicked 2 trailers. That I know for a fact, but everything else I have no idea.
How do you know that?
Because
insider info.
Well, yeah, but no. Jason Blum like tweeted out something that like they're gonna reveal something about FNAF 2. Like he said 1 week, and it's like the day that Universal has their presentation.
Oh, I see. Maybe it's
and then
could just be images, but yeah, we'll get something. Yeah,
we'll get something. And then Wicked 2, I think it's like they're gonna start marketing it now because it's November it comes out.
Yeah, Loki this year, and it's already filmed and everything.
Everything's filmed. Yeah, they film back to back. But
I know since CinemaCon is happening now, they have a lot of like posters and standees out at the con, so people have been posting pictures of them.
Some of them are fake though, right?
Really?
Like the one I remember I sent you one of like of Clayface. Like that one looks sick with the the way Clayface looked, but apparently it was just a placeholder.
Yeah,
image.
no, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about
Oh.
like the actual physical posters. That
Like I know there was one for that movie Him, like the
it's like a
Jordan
bleeding
Peele
football kind of thing.
football horror movie. There was one for that. There was one for Nobody 2.
Wicked, the Wicked one.
for Good. Yeah,
You get like the looks at the outfits of
The
Glinda and
outfits.
Elphaba.
Yeah, they look cool.
Yeah.
What else?
There was Jurassic World.
Jurassic World. You kind of get a better look of that. I don't know if you noticed that. That like poster's sick. You put your head in the thing, and it's like the creature's like grabbing you.
You put your head in it?
Yeah, it's like a stand-in thing. You put your head in it.
Oh, they better have that at the theaters. Dude.
Yeah, but that's sick. I mean, they'll probably have it at Times Square, but and then what else?
Yeah, you said Nobody 2, Him, Wicked. There was like Superman and Fantastic Four, but we've seen those already.
Oh, Black Phone 2.
Black Phone 2. That was I think that was it.
That was pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, fingers crossed, Superman trailer tomorrow. That's the rumor.
We'll see. Hopefully.
We'll see.
Because that first
hopefully.
trailer, I think, hasn't really aged too well, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's still good.
alright.
It's still good.
It's still good, but it's like I feel like after watching like the Jurassic World and Fantastic Four ones,
Yeah.
they were all good, but I feel like they were better put together. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Alright.
you want to start, or you want me to?
Yeah, I can start here. So, one big announcement that we got is that we're officially getting Coco 2 from Pixar. And I love Coco. I'm not really a fan of this because I don't really know
How's this gonna work?
where they could go with the story. It really wrapped up very well.
Yeah.
And I feel like at this point, they're just kind of like digging and seeing what they got. Like, give us Ratatouille 2.
Yeah, honestly,
There's actually a story there because you could go into like the rats running the restaurant and shit. And that would just be
Maybe
funny.
They could do like a food competition or something. There's
Yeah,
another rat.
like how does the world react to like rats running a
Rats.
restaurant? They could make a second one about some guy, like some health inspector that's trying to shut them down or something, and that would make more sense than Coco 2. The one
Or how
thing,
about even? Actually, no, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're good. Go ahead.
But I think you know what I'm gonna say.
No,
Well, how about a fucking Muppets movie?
bro?
Come on. That's the one thing that they could keep doing sequels with. And it's not gonna feel weird.
You're talking about just Disney in general in terms of like
Yeah.
what they should be making.
I really think they should be putting money in a Muppets movie.
Bro, Muppets has no audience. It's only us. We're the only two Muppets fans left on Earth.
There's if they actually like market it and push it, I think it would do well.
I don't think so, dude. I just feel like there's not a big enough audience for the Muppets. I love the Muppets.
They gotta remember them all. I'm telling you, I don't know. We'll see. Well, wasn't there a rumor they're like apparently working on another movie?
Yeah, I think they are. They're probably always working on something with that IP, just because
They have to. I'm
it's
assuming,
a
'cause they bought
notable.
it.
Yeah, there's definitely something in the contract where they have to produce content with it. But dude, like Muppet Vision's getting shut down in Disney.
Yeah, I never got to go on it, dude. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's just like no one cares about the Muppets anymore besides us. It's a sad world.
It's low-key sad, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. But anyway.
Yeah. So, Coco 2. What's it called? I think did Lin-Manuel Miranda do the music for the first one?
Probably. I know the guy from Werewolf by Night is in it. Gabriel, whatever.
His name is like Gael Garcia Bernal or something.
Yeah.
Let me see. Did he do Coco?
Isn't it? I don't know. How is it gonna work? I guess maybe his mom's gonna die or something.
I don't know. I don't know if he did Coco, but anyways, Coco has some great music.
Yeah.
So Coco 2, if the music is that level, then that kind of excites me because also like the story has to do with music.
Music, yeah.
Have
the
you seen it?
aesthetic of
no?
like the yeah.
Yeah, it's great, right? Do you love it? It's probably one of my favorite Pixar.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of the higher end Pixars.
We should do a Pixar ranking one day.
Yeah, I know. I rewatched Soul recently again, and best Pixar movie ever.
It's hot.
It got fucked with COVID.
Yeah, I remember watching it. It came out like Christmas, the first
21
Christmas
or 20?
during COVID.
Yeah.
I think it was 20. I remember watching it and like it was in my room and I just put my headset on and just like watched it straight through, just locked in. It was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, just this is coming out 2029. So
we even gonna be fucking. Who knows what the fuck's gonna happen in 2029? God damn, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. You could talk about the next one.
Next thing. So just a grain of salt with this one, because apparently this was disproved, but I just feel like it's such a huge rumor that it's worth mentioning. So J.T. Molnar, I believe
Hmm.
I'm saying, which is the director of Strange Darling, was reportedly in talks to direct a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie with Glenn Powell possibly producing and starring. Um, I don't doubt that Glenn Powell would be interested in doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's from Texas, and I feel like he's gonna kind of follow the McConaughey kind of. I don't know. He gives me those kind of vibes, but the director came out and said this rumor isn't true. But
Well, he
the,
didn't flat out say that. He just, while all this was circulating, he tweeted, like, don't
don't
believe
believe.
everything you see. So
Yeah,
that could mean multiple things. It could mean Glenn Powell's not in it, and he
yeah,
actually is directing it. It could just be a bargaining tactic. I don't, like, maybe he wants more money from the studio. I don't know. First thing I'll say about this is if you haven't already, stop what you're doing and go watch Strange Darling, which was JT Molnar's last film. Fantastic. One of my favorite movies of last year. Super underrated.
yeah,
Joe, you have to go. You have to watch
yeah.
that.
So yeah,
I'm just imagining like him directing Texas Chainsaw, Glenn Powell. Paul Giamatti said he wants to be in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
can you imagine they get both of them? That'd
Imagine
be
him
crazy.
as like one of the hillbillies. That would be
And then Glenn
sick.
Powell, like one of the. That would be yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
I don't know. I hope this comes to fruition, but Texas
Yeah,
Chainsaw is one of my favorite horror franchises of all time. So I want them to bring it back in some capacity. We had the Netflix one, which I think got overhated a bit, but that that world is clearly dead
dead.
of
Yeah,
that one. So I hope this is true. We'll see. But
yeah.
then yeah, next we got more Harry Potter casting news. Nick Frost got cast as Hagrid. I think this is like spot on, absolute perfect casting. Like there's no
Yeah.
better choice to play Hagrid here. I know there was another name. Who was it, Joe? You talked about it a little bit.
The guy from Ted Lasso, but he's the guy playing Hercules in the MCU.
Yeah. What the
I
fuck's
forgot
his
his
name?
name.
But yeah, I think Nick Frost is perfect. He's a British comedy
Comedic
actor,
yeah.
and he's most famous for Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead,
Yeah, I
and
was gonna say I remember like when they showed the picture. I didn't recognize him, but he's from Shaun of the Dead.
yeah, and what's the other one? The World's End. It's like that trilogy that Edgar Wright did. It's like an
Oh,
unofficial trilogy where it's like the same two actors, Simon Pegg
yeah,
and him. He's just this is perfect casting.
yeah.
I don't even know what to say. And he looks
So
like
far,
Hagrid a little bit too. He's got that look where he's
I feel
got
like
like a
so
little
far
bit of the chub on his face, and he's kind of he could.
yeah.
So what? What were you
Um,
gonna say?
how I feel like I mean I'm not a big Harry Potter fan as much as you, but I feel like the castings have been pretty good so far.
Yeah, I think no complaints. The only questionable is the Snape
The
casting.
Snape one,
We'll see
yeah.
how that
We'll
that
see how
could
that.
go horribly wrong, but
Yeah.
I have faith in it. So, but yeah,
It's
overall, pretty great casting. I
when
have
is
no
it supposed to
complaints.
release? 2026.
I would. I mean,
They got to be filming soon if they're already casting all the major leads. Who do they have left to cast? Just the main trio and like
let's see. Snape is cast. I mean, the Malfoys, that
the
family,
Malfoys.
like
Yeah,
Lucius.
yeah, but he's
Um,
not going to be like a major character in the first season.
yeah, that's true. He's gonna be there though. Who
He'll
else we
probably
got?
pop up at the end. His little Nazi ass.
The voice of the Sorting Hat.
Who do you think that's going to be? I feel like they're going to bring somebody from the original cast to do it, like the original
Yeah,
Harry Potter.
that would be cool.
Yeah, like Daniel Radcliffe.
Who's like some big major players in the early
That
movies?
other the other that like professor, the villain of the first season.
Oh yeah, the villain. That's gonna be
Yeah,
probably a big name. I feel like
yeah.
because
The
like you
rumor is
mentioned,
Cillian Murphy right now.
that would be sick. I don't know if
Yeah.
we'll do it, but um, all right. I guess we could talk about unless you have anything else to add to that.
No.
So
But well, this
yeah,
is probably the major news that we got.
we got the Avengers Secret War or Avengers Doomsday official
Yeah,
cast list. And the way that they revealed this was really weird. They basically
weird.
Marvel did a live stream where it showed one of those like chairs that I don't know what like a production chair I
Yeah,
guess,
director's chair.
and it had Chris Hemsworth's name on it, and they just had that live stream playing. 15 minutes go by, the camera moves a little bit, and then you see Vanessa Kirby, her name, Another 15 minutes, it goes, and you see, who's the third one?
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie. So then at that point, you're like, okay, they're going to reveal these cast members one by one. So there's like 27 in total, and each one got announced like 15 minutes after. So they just had like a 5-hour live stream just staring at the back of chairs. But what's crazy about it is I think at its peak, there was like 10 million watchers in it.
Yeah.
Which is
They said
insane.
through the course of the day, they had like over 270 million watchers.
It's fucking crazy.
Which is insane.
And I think
this goes people watching chairs.
This goes back to something I talked about a couple episodes ago. I think when we did our most anticipated 2026 films, like I know the MCU has been a little bit in shambles, but like the Avengers will always be huge no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, and even bro, this cast excites me. Honestly, it's a great cast.
Yeah, nah, it's exciting. I don't know. It's weird because like I feel like I should have a lot more excitement for this movie, but I just don't because like I don't know. Maybe it's because they don't really have a clear direction. Like I don't know how Doomsday is gonna go down.
The thing that surprises me is like the amount of X-Men in this cast. I didn't.
That I'm actually excited about because I love the X-Men and I'm excited for them. I'm assuming that this is gonna be like they'll get like the proper suits and everything, but also on the counter of this is like, how long ago did Marvel acquire Fox?
7 or 8 years ago. At this
why
point.
Why are we still like using these existing characters? Like, how many times are we going to send off the X-Men characters?
I mean, Feige worked on those original movies. He has a soft spot for them. I think he kind of wants to give it like a proper send off.
But how many proper send offs are we going to do? Like, we just had one in the Deadpool. They had like literally a video montage about the X-Men saying goodbye to the X-Men.
Yeah, but I mean, not everyone got their chance to shine in that movie.
Not everyone needs a chance to shine, in my opinion.
James Marsden, what about him? He needs his chance.
Nah,
but,
I don't know, man.
I mean, just the fact that like the X-Men are clearly going to be like a big part of this movie,
yeah,
which I didn't expect, honestly. So I'm excited to see where they go with that. I've saw theories that it's going to be like an Avengers versus X-Men situation where Doom maybe puts their worlds against each other and forces them to kind of fight for survival.
Yeah. That's what I think it's going to be. It's going to be like how in the comics it makes the two worlds fight, but just in this one it'll just be like the X-Men world.
Yeah. Dude, but just think about like this movie is potentially an Avengers versus X-Men with Doctor Doom as the main villain, plus the Fantastic Four are part of it. Like, bro, that sounds awesome, dude. That sounds awesome. Like, I don't know how people are really going to complain about this.
It's just because people, like, as opposed to when we watched, think about when we saw Infinity War, how much more invested we are with the characters.
Yeah, that I get.
That's why, like, I don't have that level of excitement. That, like, yes, I'm excited to see all the X-Men characters and whatnot, and, you know, and RDJ back in the MCU is always really cool. But I don't have, like, that, like, attachment to the characters that I used to.
Yeah.
Even like you can argue the one that I have, the two that I probably have the biggest, like, kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say attachment, but like would that be the word, I guess?
Yeah.
Attachment to is Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. And for now, they're both not in the movie. I mean, that could change. But, so it's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for it, but it's just not at the level of, like, Endgame or, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's similar to the first Avengers kind of level of excitement. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll quickly like speed run the entire cast in case.
Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't even really go through.
Yeah, I'll read them all really quick and then we'll talk after about some of the big ones. All right, so we got Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, Simu Liu as Shang-Chi, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Louis Pullman as Sentry, Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova, Danny Ramirez as the Falcon, Ian McKellen as Magneto, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, Winston Duke back as M'Baku, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Kelsey Grammer as Beast, James Marsden as Cyclops, Channing Tatum as Gambit, Wyatt Russell as U.S. Agent, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Rebecca Romijn, I'm definitely mispronouncing that, as Mystique, Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler, Letitia Wright as Black Panther, Tena Huerta as Namor, Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Hannah John Kamen as Ghost, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, David Harbour as Red Guardian, Ebon Moss Backrack as The Thing, Anthony Mackie as Captain America, and RDJ as Doctor Doom. That is a fucking all-star cast, bro, right there, honestly. Some of the biggest names in Hollywood, really. And the characters are sick, too.
No, I'm more excited about the characters than the cast, in my opinion.
So of that cast, who do you think are like the big surprises? I feel like Ian McKellen as Magneto is probably up there for me.
Not even that. Alan Cumming is Nightcrawler. I would have never imagined. Because he's like so far removed from all the movies.
Yeah.
Isn't he he's old, dude?
Yeah, he's a little bit older now.
Yeah.
Also, I wonder how. I was also thinking how this is like a random. I haven't heard anyone talk about this because it's so random, but I don't know how big of a role he's gonna have in the movie. I don't know when like the actual filming starts, but he's low-key doing like Alan Cumming has a Q&A at the IFC Center in like the middle of April, which is in New York, and they're filming in London, right?
Maybe he's voicing Nightcrawler.
So maybe they're doing mocap.
Well, he could just. I mean, it's a very easy not easy, very real chance that he's just flying there for the day and then flying back.
Yeah, I feel like all these names though are gonna be more than cameos. I don't know.
Some of them. I also saw this thing of James Marsden, like when he was doing interviews for Sonic, he kept like mentioning X-Men shit, and everyone was like, "Why do you keep talking about the X-Men?" But it was probably because he was like in talks to return at that point.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the one I'm probably the most excited about, just because like they never really gave Cyclops the proper treatment They kind of always make him like a little wimpy, I feel like.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the jock.
Yeah, but Marsden always had that energy. They just never gave him like the right like source material to work with.
Yeah, they always made like Wolverine kind of
the main.
Yeah.
I just I don't understand. I mean, I'm assuming it's because not everything is done yet, but to have all these characters back and not have Storm, Rogue, or Jean Grey back is very weird.
Yes, Halle Berry as Storm is definitely a big one missing. Also, like, how are you gonna? I feel like Hugh Jackman has to be in this, dude. He has to be.
Dude, I love Hugh Jackman and I love Wolverine, but like, I'm all good on Wolverine for now.
Dude, but there's no way they're gonna bring back all these original X-Men and just not have Wolverine in it.
They might, dude.
Why would they do that? I mean,
because to have like one. He probably, I don't know, they don't want to pay the money.
Dude, come on, bro. At this point, like...
You know how much, did you see the estimated budget?
Like $450 million?
Yeah, $450.
But that's like the same as Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
So, another name that I was excited to see was Letitia Wright coming back. Because there was all these rumors that she wasn't going to come back as Black Panther. Because
I like the Black Panther like side character. I mean, she's not the side character, but like M'Baku and like the Dora Milaje, they're cool.
Yeah, and I really like Black Panther too. I think she was a great Black Panther. Yeah. So I'm excited that she's coming back. I'm excited for Shang-Chi. That was another one.
Honestly, that was the one I was most out of the MCU characters. Like that was the one I was most excited about.
Yeah, that was another one that was up in the air because of the whatever. They didn't. China like banned Shang-Chi. So I don't even know the political shit.
I don't think.
No, they didn't. I don't know. Didn't like something? He said something about like Hong Kong, and they like wouldn't play the movie in China.
I don't think so. I could be wrong though.
Dude,
I feel like I would have.
I'll look it up right now.
I thought it did well in China, Shang-Chi. I know like the John Cena said shit.
Let's see.
But.
Or no, is it what is like that political?
It's Hong Kong. Hong Kong is because China. Our history lesson for all our viewers out there. So basically, after the Chinese Civil War and like I forgot what time period this takes place in. After that happened, the people that lost the war went to. Oh wait, I'm thinking about Taiwan. I'm sorry. Are you talking about Taiwan? Or are you talking about Hong Kong? Taiwan.
I'm an idiot. Sorry, not Hong Kong.
No, I'm even more stupider for confusing Hong Kong and Taiwan. But so Taiwan basically after the Civil War in China they separated, but like China still believes that they're part of China. So like anytime there's like anything like actors say stuff about Taiwan, like there's always like controversy in China.
Yeah, let me see. Hold on.
He probably, I don't know actually.
I have an article right here from Variety.
What do you say?
It says Shang-Chi may be banned from China for perceived insults even as some Chinese viewers praise it.
When was that?
Yeah,
article
this was
from,
like,
though?
it says, as the days stretch on without any word of a China release for Shang-Chi, there are increasingly slim odds.
But did it release?
I don't think it did.
Just look it up.
Because I remember when all this controversy was going down, people were like, oh, they can't put him in the next. Yeah, no, it was not released in China.
Wow. Damn, it probably would have done well too.
Some reports that Simu Liu made comments that were perceived as critical of China.
Oh, so he probably, that's not like, he probably criticized the government there or something.
I don't know. I thought it was something with like that, whatever, like Taiwan or whatever it was, but I don't remember. So yeah, it was good to see him. Sorry with that tangent, that political, that Chinese politics tangent there. But yeah, because I remember people were like, oh, they can't put him in the next Avengers because like if it jeopardizes the film releasing in China, like there's no way, because that's like a huge market.
Yeah. Well, this is not to go on another side note, but they just had that animated movie come out. That's like the 5th highest grossing film like ever, and most of the money just came from viewers in China.
Yeah, bro. China's like a huge movie market, and they love blockbusters too. I know the Jurassic Park movies always do great over there.
Well. The Fast and Furious movies do well.
Yeah. So it was good to see him.
Yeah. I feel like usually the superhero movies do well there too.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah. Like Aquaman did mad good there.
Yeah, made $1 billion randomly. Also, anyone else like? Oh, also Namor. I'm hyped to see Namor.
Oh yeah, Namor. I didn't think he was gonna come back, honestly.
He has some sort of allegations too.
Yeah.
The actor.
But apparently it's like nothing ever, like no one pressed charges, like there was no, like the woman just said that and then like nothing happened.
Yeah. So it was just an accusation. I mean, still, obviously, like we don't know what happened. But, besides that, I feel like also Sentry. That's interesting. I wonder what he's gonna play because he's a very powerful character.
I didn't understand why they should have waited to reveal the Thunderbolts cast because they low-key like spoiled who's gonna survive.
Yeah, I saw like after this was released.
Yeah, they
put out like a little teaser for 30-second teaser for Thunderbolts, and it's one shot that previously in another trailer, like Taskmaster's in it, and then in this one, it's the same shot, but she's like not in it. Yeah. So it's just like they're basically Taskmaster's gonna die at the beginning, probably. Yeah.
They'll probably make a new iteration of the Taskmaster. Though.
Yeah, they should. They should do like the comic accurate one.
Yeah. I don't even mind if it's a girl. Just like I like them to do the actual look from the comics, like the skull.
Yeah. Definitely. But all right, and then also with all those confirmed, there was a probably a list just as big of characters that weren't confirmed that probably are going to be in it. Just to name a few of the big ones, obviously Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. I feel like he has to be in it. He recently said he wasn't in it, and then like the next week he was like, "Wait, actually I am in it. I'm going to film it soon." So like,
did he say I'm not in it, or did he say Doctor Strange isn't in it?
He said he's not. He's like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that one, but I'll be back for Secret Wars. And then like someone at Marvel must have been like, why did you say that? So I could see that as one of two things. One, he's actually not in it, and Marvel was like, why would you spoil that? Just say you're in it.
Yeah.
Or two, like he's actually in it, and they were like, why would you say that?
I think he has to be in it. He's too central of a figure in the MCU for him not to be there.
Yeah. Also, Spider-Man. No Spider-Man. Spider-Man has to be in it.
Apparently, the rumor is that Spider-Man 4 takes place simultaneously as Doomsday is going. Kind of like an Ant-Man and the Wasp situation.
Yeah. I would say, like, at the absolute least, we'll at least get, like, a Spider-Man cameo without showing Tom Holland's face. And just, like... Because I know he's filming the Odyssey right now.
He's doing the Odyssey right now, and then I'm assuming Doomsday and... Spider-Man 4 is going to shoot soon, though. We actually, low-key, might be getting news, like, in the next, like, hour or so. Because Sony's panel is today.
Another big one, Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
The Hulk's got to be in this, bro. How are you going to have Thor come back and not the Hulk? Also, if you think about the post-credit scene for Shang-Chi, that lineup, Wong was another one that's not mentioned. Captain Marvel, and Hulk. Why would they not? They're like, that was the Avengers, I guess, in that.
But that was also the Kang version of what the Avengers looked like.
That's true.
Different movie now.
I think they're both going to be in it.
I'm
Hawkeye.
very curious.
Hawkeye's another one. He's one of the
He's
original.
definitely not going to be in it, I don't think.
Dude, but he's like, are they just gonna end his story there? Like, he's not gonna have.
Well, apparently they're doing
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye season 2.
I hope so. That would be cool.
But also Miss Marvel, I thought I was surprised that she's not going to be in it.
Yeah, so Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch. She's supposed to be dead, but she's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Also, no Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna be in it. I know
At
there
least a
definitely
cameo.
is more cast to be announced, confirmed, because
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. put something on his Instagram, was like, "Oh, that has to be the full cast, right?" And then like Marvel Studios commented like, "Oh, like we'll wait and see," or some shit. So like, there's definitely more. Yeah, all the young Avengers, Haley Steinfeld, Iman Vellani, Dominique Thorne, all
Maybe
those
Secret
like.
Wars. Maybe, I don't know.
Who else? Charlie Cox. I'm surprised, especially with this big push of like Daredevil, Born Again in his show. I feel like they'd want to put him in the movies.
Like realistically, I love Daredevil. I think this season is actually really good. But like, what is he actually gonna do?
I mean,
Like, 2 Doombots are taking him out. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
I love Daredevil.
I'm trying to
but,
look at this cast to see someone who's like comparable to him in strength. Florent, like a Widow. I'd say he's about as like as powerful as like a Widow, like Florence Pugh.
Yeah, I'd say on that level.
What is she gonna do?
But she's also on a team.
Toss him. I don't know. Make Sentry like carry him or something into battle.
I mean, it would be. I'd rather him pull up in like fucking Spider-Man 4 or even Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, this might be a hot take. I would rather Spider-Man cross over more with the Fantastic Four than with the Avengers.
I mean,
He's in the comics. He's like, he's not really a member of either team, but if he was to be on a team, it's definitely he fucks more with, like the Fantastic Four.
yeah.
He was a member of the team at one point,
I feel like they'll do that story at some point. That would
like
be
the Future
cool.
Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bagman, Spider-Man.
Yeah, like that would be cool.
Yeah.
Like, what is the story? It's like he's supposed to help the Fantastic Four. He doesn't have a suit with him,
I don't know. I don't even
Something
know,
like
bro,
that.
honestly.
but yeah.
All right.
Alright.
I don't know if you have anything else to add to that.
No.
But we'll
Next
definitely-
week we'll have a lot of. Well, this segment will be probably like 2 hours.
Yeah.
But-
All right. We'll do some movie trivia though, if you're down for that.
Yeah.
So
Here, let me pull up.
last week we did this as well. And hold on, let me get this movie up. Let me do my little intro.
Yeah.
So Joe and I will be trying to guess the movie based on the cast. We'll reveal one cast member at a time to each other, and we'll see who's got the better movie knowledge here.
Yeah.
So Joe, you ready? I got a movie up for you. All right. I'll go first.
Yeah.
So the first member of the cast is Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde. I'm trying to think what she looks like. I'm thinking of like. Oh wait, no, I know what she looks like. I don't know, dude.
Do you know any movie she's in?
I low-key, like, I know what she looks like, but I'm not 100% confident. So I don't want to. Fuck.
Just guess something. Just guess any movie.
Fuck, dude. I
Just
don't know.
guess Madam Web, bro, or something. I don't know.
Fucking. No, because I know stuff that she's in. That's why this is bothering me. I don't know. Fucking. I don't know.
Give me something, bro.
Can you go? Let me read yours then.
Bro, at least give me a guess.
All right.
Or just pass.
Pass.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, no. Give me a guess so then I could like flash it on the screen for
All
you.
right. The Virgin Suicide. I don't know.
Nope. Nope.
All right. Alec Baldwin.
Cat in the Hat.
No.
Fuck.
I forgot he was in that actually.
Yeah. All right. Amy Adams.
Hillbilly Elegy?
Nope.
No.
What you got for me?
Laura Harrer. She was in what was it? She was in a No Way Home. Not No Way Home.
Is she the one from Spider-Man? With the she's the one who plays Liz, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so her and Alec Baldwin. Jeez, man. What the fuck is Alec Baldwin in? I don't know. I'm just gonna guess Beetlejuice.
No.
All right. Chris Pratt.
Oh, her.
Yeah. Fuck, bro.
Yeah.
You're actually better than this at me. All right, give me the next one.
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace? Venom?
No. The next two.
No. I was just saying, like, he's Venom. Like, no, that wasn't my guess. I was like, he is Venom, though. He is Venom.
Yeah, he is Venom.
So Topher Grace, bro. What the fuck is he in, man? Topher Grace, Alec Baldwin. It has to be somewhat recent because of that girl.
It came out in 2018.
Dude, I feel like I know this. Topher Grace. Fuck. Should I know this? Is it like...
yeah, you've seen this.
I don't know. Spider-Man 3.
No. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, Topher Grace together, and Alec Baldwin. And it came out in 2018?
You want to tell you the director?
Nah, give me the last cast member.
John David Washington.
Amsterdam?
No.
What is it? No. All right.
Black Klansman.
Oh, Black Klansman.
Yeah.
Wait.
You've seen that, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Jeez, man, I actually suck, dude. I fucking suck. All right.
I thought the Adam Driver you were gonna get it.
No, yeah, actually, now that you said that, yeah. But I don't remember Topher Grace in that. But now that you say it,
he plays like the leader of the clans, the KKK.
Yeah, you're right.
Remember, he has the call with John David's character.
Yeah, Laura Harrier was like fucking me up. All right, we'll do the next one. You're up 1-0.
This one's kind of tough. I'm not gonna
lie. All right, you go first. Bro, all yours are tough, bro.
The last one was all like pretty well known people.
All right, go ahead.
You've seen this movie.
Okay.
Esther Gerrel.
Esther Gerrel.
Yeah.
That's a female, correct?
Yeah.
Can you put her up to the screen, please? May I request that? I'm not too familiar with her. I have no idea who that is. Okay, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess.
I'm trying to like.
The
like
Gray Man.
What? No.
All right. You ready for your first one?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see. I don't know who I should start with here. Some of these might give it away. Willem Dafoe. Got a huge catalog here.
At Eternity's Gate.
Nope.
No.
Have you seen that?
No, but I just know. That was like a shot in the dark. Isn't that the one where he plays like the artist, right?
Yeah, Van Gogh.
Yeah. All right. Next one was Michael Stolberg.
Stolberg, the guy from Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah.
Is it Call Me by Your Name?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
There you go.
Bro, yeah, all right, let's go. All right.
I read him a little early because the other woman you weren't going to know. It was like Amira Sazer. She's like a French actress.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
Yeah.
All right, 1 up, but let's see if you could get this one still. I think you will after a couple. I realized after this one's kind of easy.
Yeah.
All right, Willem Dafoe was first. Next is Ralph Ineson.
Is it a war movie?
I'm not saying nothing until you get to the end.
Man. I forgot the name of it. Did I know there's like the movie I'm thinking of in my head? I don't know the name of.
I'll tell you this, you would know it. Like, you know this movie, you would know the name. It's not something that you're like, you would kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Let me know, you could pass.
It's not Nosferatu, right?
No. That actually, yeah, that was a pretty good guess, but no. All right. Ethan Hawke.
I've seen it.
Yep. Nosferatu was close. You're on the right track.
Ethan Hawke, Ralph Ineson.
Think.
When did it come out?
2022. I could give you your next two. It doesn't matter at this point because.
Give me one, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll give you one. Nicole Kidman.
And who's the lead?
The lead I didn't say yet. I'll
Who's the lead?
save him for the last one. Think about it for a second. Take like 10 seconds.
Nicole Kidman,
Ethan Hawke,
Willem.
Willem, and Ralph Ineson, and Nosferatu. You're in the right ballpark there.
The Northman?
Yep,
Yeah.
Northman. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I thought you would get it though, honestly. Like
Yeah,
if
honestly,
I
I don't know.
said Skarsgård, you would have got it.
Yeah, I would have got it.
Yeah, but all right. So tied up.
Yeah.
This is for everything. I'll start. This one's gonna be tough though. I can't even lie. I saved my best for last for you.
All right.
All right. So, and yeah, if you guys are watching, play along with us. Let us know in the comments how many actors it took for you to guess the movie.
Yeah.
All right. First cast member is Chris Evans.
What's that movie he directed? Well, he's in the train station with a girl.
Not familiar with that one.
Oh, never mind.
But it's not that.
then.
Yeah.
Captain America? Yeah, no, I figured.
Nope. All right. What you got?
All right. Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem. It's not Mother because he would be like towards the top of that. I want to say like that Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
No.
All right. Your next actor is Brie Larson.
Who's the first one?
Chris Evans. Chris Evans and Brie Larson.
Is it Avengers Endgame?
Nope.
It's not. Is it a Marvel movie?
I'm not saying. That's too much of a hint. All right. That was your guess, bro. Come on.
Oh, Aquafina.
Aquafina and Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
I've seen it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, The Little Mermaid.
Yep.
Why'd you choose that?
Because it was like the cast is interesting. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. She plays like that seagull thing, whatever.
Yeah, she plays a seagull.
All right. This one.
Yeah, keep going.
All right, so I beat you this week, bro. Let's go.
Chris Evans.
All right, Chris Evans, Brie Larson, Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, Knives Out?
Nope.
Wait, no, she's not Knives Out, Aubrey Plaza.
Next is Kieran Culkin. This one might give it away. The director, we were just talking about this director when we were talking about Hagrid and Nick Frost.
I don't know, dude.
Let me know. You want the last actor?
Yeah.
This guy's the lead. Michael Cera.
Oh, Scott is Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, Scott
Yeah.
Pilgrim. There's like this cast is huge, bro. There's like a bunch of people in it that you just don't think of.
Yeah, I forgot. Brie Larson plays, isn't it? There's also that dude that plays from the CW shows. He plays like the Atom, and he plays Superman.
Yeah, Brandon Routh. He also
Yeah.
he also played Superman in Superman
what I just said.
Returns.
Yeah, I just said
Yeah.
he played Superman.
Yeah, but not from the CW shows, you know.
Well, he's from like Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, my point is he played Superman in a
No.
movie before
Yes,
that.
I know.
Yeah. But all right, get smoked this week.
Yeah,
That was good though.
Yeah, that was good.
So the season series right now is tied 1-1.
1-1. Yeah.
We'll think of maybe some different games to play next time. The letterbox guessing was good, but like your audio was fucked up the whole entire time, so I couldn't like make clips of it or anything.
This one
But-
at least some center.
Yeah.
But,
All right, yeah, that was fun. I think it might be time though
for the Twilight review,
for the.
you got your
got my Team Edward merch. Do you
your
think?
synopsis ready?
Yeah, let me pull up the synopsis. Here we go. Do you think if you watch more, do you see like yourself potentially joining Team Jacob or no?
I mean, I feel like I just don't even know enough. He was like in the movie for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, the most lines he had were at the end when he's like, "Yeah, my dad said stop dating him," and she was like, "What?"
He's like, my dad gave me $20 to come talk to you, and then she's like, what did she even say? I don't know. It was the fucking
It's
dialogue
very
sucks.
strange.
I just want to show you before I read the synopsis. Like, since I have Patreon on Letterboxd, you could like change the header and the posters. I just want to show you my header.
Oh,
That scene is mad
that scene
funny.
is actually so funny.
Yeah, hold on.
The movie is fucking hysterical.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's so funny. All right.
So have you seen it before? I've never actually.
Yeah,
seen
I
it.
have. I watched it at school when I was in college with some of my friends. We were like drinking while we watched it.
Yeah.
I think we played some kind of drinking game to like the point where we like blacked out. Like I don't even remember the end of the movie. But all right, let me read the synopsis here.
Yeah.
This was like my first actual just watch through of like really trying to
Sober.
dig into Twilight. When you can live forever, what do you live for? When Bella Swan moves to a small town in the Pacific Northwest, she falls in love with Edward Cullen, a mysterious classmate who reveals himself to be a 108-year-old vampire. Despite Edward's repeated cautions, Bella can't stay away from him, a fatal move that endangers her own life. Where to begin? Well, I think it would just be... It would only be right to just talk about, like, how big Twilight is and, like, how
As a
much
cultural,
of it... Yeah. It had such a chokehold on people.
Society. Yeah.
And, like, society in general. That when we were growing up, like, it was Team Edward, Team Jacob was a thing.
Yeah.
Like, these girls were fucking with Edward, bro.
And I feel like
him.
even to today, when you think of vampires, people will just automatically think of like the Twilight style of vampire, like the kind of like over the top gothic, like like that's how people think of vampires are. I
Yeah,
feel.
they think of like pretty boy vampires
Yeah.
because of this, and it kind of like ruined vampires in a way,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I'm hyped that we got something like
Nosferatu, yeah.
where you see a vampire as they're traditionally described in like these old
Folklore, yeah.
folklore and like like Bram Stoker's Dracula novel. He's supposed to be a monster. Like
Yeah.
these vampires are supposed to be monsters, but this movie, when they go in the sunlight, they start glittering and sparkling everywhere.
They look like Emma Frost when she gets like the whatever, the diamond mode or whatever.
Yeah,
But
dude, honestly, like when I finished this movie, I so badly wanted to just give it a 5-star, but it's like it's horrible.
yeah, it's not.
It's actually horrible.
Yeah.
Like it's trying to be serious, but it's just so
just
bad
so
that it's
weird.
laugh out loud funny.
I
So
feel like the editing is very bad as well.
bro, the acting's
Yeah.
horrible, the editing is horrible,
Yeah.
the story makes no sense. Like the vampires look like shit. They look so weird. The music sucks. Like they have this fucking. My favorite scene is that piano scene.
Oh yeah, I forgot
was
about
crying laughing at that. Like
Wait, they were in the trees, right? And then
Bro,
it just like transitioned to him like doing a fucking
the
song
CGI
on
is
the piano.
fucking horrible too. Like
Yeah.
Edward picks up Bella and he's like running through the forest. They have like these horrible VFX moments where he like speeds around, and you hear like it's like "Da-na-na-na-na-na," like this piano coming in the back, and then like it cuts, and it's just Edward like sitting in a room alone with all this smoke around him, and he's like playing the
Playing the
piano,
piano.
just like in
It
a
felt like the
room.
scene in the SpongeBob movie when he starts playing the piano.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And then she just goes and sits next to him and is like chilling with him, and it's funny because like that scene was so funny. I rewatched it on YouTube like a couple times after, and the whole comment section is people from like 7 years ago being like, "Oh, like this song is so beautiful. I keep going back to this. It's like Edward and Bella's love." Bro, it sounds like fucking like elevator music.
Yeah, it's very generic.
But it's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
It really
It
is
feels
so funny.
it really feels like a CW movie.
Yeah. It's like it's cheaply made.
Yeah.
It's just like I just don't get the appeal. Like I'm trying to think back to when we were younger, and I know
I think it was more just the book had a really big base already. So when the movie came out, it just kind of made it even bigger.
yeah, that's definitely a big part of it. But like when we were growing up, do you not remember like girls in your class?
No, I remember,
Like,
yeah. Like Team Edward, Team Jacob.
dude,
Just
like
yeah.
what is attractive about Edward, honestly? Like I just don't
I mean,
get it.
maybe to me and you, but to like a 12-year-old girl, he might be attractive.
Bro, he's not even hot. He's like insanely white, and he's just like
He's like, yeah, deathly white. I also love how the vampires dress like ridiculously fucking like over the top. They almost, for those of you who watch anime, they remind me of stand users in JoJo. So in JoJo's, like anytime there's a stand user, they usually are dressed like so like ridiculous that they stand out in the scene. And they're like, oh, like anybody could be a stand user. And it's like there's a room of people and it's just a guy in like a zebra suit. It's like, oh, I wonder who the stand user is. That's like how it felt with this.
yeah, you could tell. Like as soon as they walk into the room, they have like this. First of all, they're deathly white, all of them.
Yeah.
And bro, the whole entire like reason that they could survive and live, and not be like found out that they're vampires is just like, oh, it happens to be cloudy all the time, so they can go outside and not sparkle.
That's the excuse, is that they live in like Seattle or something.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like that's so dumb.
You could have just said like that. They could have, I don't know, just been like, oh, the sun doesn't affect us. We've evolved or something. I don't know.
I wonder. A lot of times, like I'm watching Robert Pattinson act, and I'm wondering like what they told him to do or like what it said in the script. Some of the faces that he makes,
Yeah, he's very like
just,
expressive in this.
they're fucking insane.
Over the top, yeah.
Like something will happen and he'll pants him and he's like, and it's just like it's
Even
so,
the scenes of him like staring at her is just like so like off-putting.
yeah. There's one where like one of her friends is asking her to like be his prom date, and then he's just like in the background like
Oh,
drinking and shit, and it keeps like going to his face, and he's like he has like his eyes wide, and he's like.
But when he saves her from the car,
Yeah.
he just like stares at her when the car is coming.
Yeah. It's so funny. And it's actually like, it's pretty wild that Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson are so successful now.
Yeah.
And they're both great.
Yeah.
They're both now fantastic actors.
Yeah.
Like, bro, they're horrible in this.
Yeah,
They're
really
both
bad.
really bad.
But it was popular, I mean.
Yeah. I know it took them a while to kind of like.
Yeah, like Pattinson is now starting to get his flowers for, you know. I mean, the Batman was like his big kind of like break. I feel like back into movie stuff, like you know.
Yeah. Well, back into like the public.
Yeah, the public.
Because when he was cast, everyone was like, "Oh, really? You're gonna cast like Edward
the
Cullen?"
Twilight guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, at that point, I think I had seen Good Times.
Maybe.
That was like the role. That was like the role that got him Batman. I think.
Yeah, I think so. What else we got? Yeah, they also. I didn't really think they had chemistry, honestly.
Yeah, it just felt very like. I don't know. They just happened to be sitting next to each other, and that's why they like each other.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't really. There was nothing about their relationship that like really stood out to me.
The whole movie is just like so angsty.
So
it's like
weird.
the teen angst, and every single moment is like melodramatic.
Yeah.
I think Bella's last line in the movie, I wrote it down because how stupid it was. She was like, "Death is easy, so peaceful. Life is harder."
Oh yeah,
Like,
I
bro,
remember.
like, come on, dude. Just like such teen angst and like
Yeah.
emo, and um, there's also one of the most famous scenes in the movie is the
Oh,
baseball, the
oh,
baseball scene.
I was talking about the scene when they're in the woods and it's like, say what I am. It's
Oh
like,
yeah,
but like every time I see that, there's this meme online where it's like, say what you say. What is it? It's like, say what you are. Tell me what you are.
he's
And it's
like, yeah, he's like, she's like, "I know what you are," and he's like, "Say it," or something like
and,
that.
yeah, yeah. And then the meme is like a gamer. But like every time
Yeah,
I see that scene, I just think of that meme. So it's just, I mean,
yeah,
even without the meme, it is funny out of context.
yeah. The baseball shit is mad stupid
Yeah,
too. It's
I
like,
like it. I thought it was like funny though.
yeah, it's so obvious that like none of the actors have ever played baseball in their
Baseball,
lives,
yeah.
and then it just, I mean,
It
bro,
feels like the high
I'm
school
picking
musical
apart this movie
baseball.
because it's like funny to do it,
Yeah,
but like it's not, bro. Who cares? But
yeah,
like this is such a nitpick, but they play. First of all, they're like, "Oh, we can only play baseball when it thunderstorms," because they hit it so hard that it like
oh yeah,
sounds like an earth-shattering crack, and like somehow they'll hit it, and then like Edward will just like somehow be able to chase the ball and run and catch it, but like just the timing of the scene makes no sense because it shows him running and it takes like whatever 5 seconds.
yeah.
But if they hit it that hard, that shit would have been gone by then, bro. There's no way he's catching that. But
It's just
whatever, bro.
vamp
That's
physics.
that's obviously like nitpicking.
Yeah,
I find it funny how they kind of like take Bella in, and some of the vamps are like, "Oh, we can't have a human around us. It like endangers everyone and whatever." And then some of them are just like, "Whatever."
who's
Like
the dad? I fuck with him.
Carlisle.
Yeah, he's
He's
mad
he's
cool.
my favorite character, Carlisle. He's just dope, bro.
He's like, I feel like he has like Dumbledore energy to him. I don't know how to explain it.
He's like the head vamp.
Yeah, he's good though. He doesn't turn. I feel like he's gonna turn.
I don't know, because I watched the second one. I think it's called
Mhm.
New Moon, and I don't
That's what
remember it.
that's
I
when
think
the
I was
wolves pull
also
up.
I think I was also drinking during that, so I don't really remember watching it.
Yeah.
But I have it rated as a 1.5 on Letterboxd.
Oh wow,
So like
yeah.
it must have been horrible.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite scene though?
Honestly, probably the piano scene.
Yeah, dude.
It's,
That was that one actually.
it's just so
happened.
iconic.
Favorite.
It's just such a crazy transition.
yeah, it's fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
Favorite character?
I feel like Edward.
You like Edward?
Yeah.
I'm fucking with Carlisle, bro. He's just
Yeah, I
got
mean,
this
it's-
energy about
yeah.
him. Let me think. Anna Kendrick is in this also.
Yeah, I completely forgot she was in this.
Her,
She plays like the whatever. Goody,
she's one of
goody
like,
girl.
she's one of the, one of Bella's like human friends.
Yeah.
The human friend group, like their dialogue is horrible. Like it's just,
Yeah.
especially that Asian kid. Like what the fuck,
Oh,
man?
he's, like,
Some of the shit
weird.
they would say, yeah. Trying to think what else. I have some notes, but it's just kind of like,
I mean, I guess like Jacob was in it for like 5 minutes, and he has like. I thought he had short hair. He has like very long hair for some reason.
yeah, he has a
They
weird.
look like stoners.
It seems like she has more chemistry with him, honestly. But I think it's the classic kind of like good guy versus
Bad guy.
like
yeah,
the
that's
nice
it.
guy versus like the bad boy.
Yeah.
Like I was talking about this, it's kind of like Challengers with Art is basically like Jacob, and
Jacob.
then what the fuck's the other one's name? Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick is like Edward. It's like Jacob is the one that's gonna like he could take care of her, he's gonna protect her and shit, and like he won't endanger her life by her being with him.
Yeah.
But Edward is like the more risky one, but she feels like she's attracted to him more. I don't know like how much it goes into the love triangle really. I don't really remember.
I mean, I
But-
know she ends up with Edward.
Yeah, I know like they have a kid at some point.
Yeah.
Like
And isn't Jacob like marries the kid or something like that?
bro, what? I don't even know. I mean,
I swear to God, I remember like someone telling me this, like something about the werewolves. And I don't know, for those of you, correct me on my Twilight lore, but I remember someone telling me a story that like for the werewolves, like they know who they're gonna marry, like from when they're born or something like that. So like when they have their kid, like Jacob, like the one that he's gonna marry is like their kid or something.
he could like get her scent, and then he knows.
Something I don't know. So I could be completely wrong, but I'm like pretty sure that he ends up like marrying their kid or like.
Dude,
I
that
don't know.
is. I don't even know. I wonder how like
Yeah.
the books are because
I feel like they can't be this like. I don't know.
bad
Yeah, I didn't
with the
want to. Yeah,
dialogue.
to be frank, yeah.
Yeah. Um.
But yeah,
Dude, I don't even know.
there's not really much left to say about this movie.
Dude, it's like I loved it, bro. I
Yeah,
want to
no,
like
I did like it.
I want to rewatch it like under an influence
Under an
because
influence. Yeah,
it's just like it's so funny, dude.
yeah,
It's so
it is.
funny. I'm trying to think of like any of the other funny moments. It's mainly like his looks.
And then his
And-
expressions and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the dialogue is really bad. There's that one I forget what exactly he says, but it's the scene like leading up to the piano scene where he kind of like jumps out the window with her. He like says something so weird to her. And they
Oh, he
just
calls
fly
her
out.
his spider monkey or something.
Oh yeah, he's like, "Are you ready to come with me, you little
My
spider
little spider
monkey?"
monkey.
She like jumps on his back and flies out of the window. Yeah, man, it's
Yeah.
fucking stupid. Also, there's like these clan of like evil vampires, kind of.
Oh, with Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, like
was
Eddie Gathegi or something.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, one of them is Loki. Like, she's kind of looking down at Edward and Bella. So I guess they come back. I don't remember, but they kind of had swag compared to the other
Yeah.
ones. They Loki
Yeah.
looked like they were out of like Blade or something.
Honestly, yeah, that's a good way to describe them. Did these come out around the same time as Blade?
Let me see.
Probably, honestly.
I feel like 2010s, 2008. This came out.
Yeah. So
Blade was like 99, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Actually, Blade was 99 or 97 or something.
Yeah, let me see. Blade was 98. Yeah, so we were both wrong.
Yeah.
Let me see when like was the most recent Twilight. So yeah, these came out. The first one came out when we were 7. So like this was kind of
Damn.
like girls
Fucking old,
becoming girls becoming teens while these movies were coming out. It was dead ass
Yeah.
like our perfect age range for all like the fucking Team Jacob, Team Edward shit.
Yeah.
Let me see. 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. Damn, they fucking.
Yeah, they
Bro, it's
steamrolled
the
those shit.
turnaround
I mean,
on
to be
these.
fair, they had the book, so I mean, the books is basically just a script.
It's so rare for movies to in like a series to release yearly or even bi-yearly.
Yeah.
I feel like the fucking turnaround is so long nowadays.
Yeah. Well, they used to plan them out, like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. But even
I
the
feel like
Batman,
now it's
dude.
a lot more like
When did the
they
Batman
don't-
come out? 2021.
no, 22, I think.
So
Batman.
so 5 years. 'Cause it's coming out 27, right?
5 years.
5-year turnaround. I mean, obviously that's just
More
like
circumstance.
that's one example. But I
Yeah.
feel
I mean,
like
it's not. I mean, it's not uncommon. Like Alien and Aliens was like 7, I think. Like, what are the like? I mean, I guess the more famous ones is I guess because they take more time and work on it.
yeah.
But I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can get to ratings.
ratings. Yeah. I gave it a 3-star, so 6 out of 10. Purely just for the enjoyment of it. Like, it's pretty poorly made, obviously, but the entertainment aspect of it is really enjoyable. So I like that part.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I originally gave this a 2.5 the first time I watched it,
Yeah.
but walking out of this the second time, you don't understand how badly I wanted to give this a 5-star. Like I couldn't do it because the film is actually horrible.
Yeah.
So I settled on a 3.5. Like
Damn, a 1-star jump, dude. That's pretty big.
yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
There's just something indescribable about this movie and like
Yeah.
how it's made, what happens in it, that I just like. I'm just in awe. I'm really in awe because it's just so fucking horrible that it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that piano scene just perfectly encapsulates the entire movie.
Yeah.
It's perfect, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, in terms of like technical stuff, it's horrible. The acting's horrible.
Yeah.
The VFX are horrible. Like the dialogue sucks. There's actually nothing good about this movie, honestly. Like there really is nothing good about
Yeah.
it. I can't even think of a single good thing about it. But I love it though. Anyway, so I'm happy with that.
what's funny to me is that apparently you said they get worse, the movies.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen New Moon, but I don't really remember it. But
Yeah.
you know, happy with 3.5 for this.
Yeah. I was happy you recommended that, because I probably would have never watched that if it wasn't for you recommending it.
Yeah, low-key, I don't know if you guys could see it, but I got the fucking, right there, the Twilight 5-pack on Blu-ray. So, we might have to dig into these, dude.
Yeah. Me and Matt are trying to build up our physical media. Well, Matt's got me beat by a lot right now, but...
Yeah, I've been collecting for a while, though, but you've been, like, buying way more than I buy.
Yeah.
Now.
I've just been, like, every paycheck I'll buy, like, one or two.
Yeah, bro, fuck it. Yeah, I need to get my collection up.
Yeah, like that, bro, that Do the Right Thing...
Yeah, that's sick. The Criterion stuff is awesome.
Wait, hold on. I'll show it. Fucking. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you that listen, that you probably like physical media if you're listening to us, but yeah, but it has also, like that like street.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
And then this was honestly my favorite thing with the cover.
Yeah, dude, Criterion stuff is sick.
Yeah, and it has like all the flags of like, cause like the what you call it, the people that own the supermarket next door to the pizzeria are like Korean, and then they have like the Puerto Rican people. I don't know. I just thought it was like.
What's in that book? Is it like?
I think it's just like how he made the movie, casting credits.
Yeah, I have 2 Criterions. I have Funny Games and Salo. I definitely want to get my collection up. Yeah. I want the Anora one that's coming out.
Yeah.
I know you pre-ordered Flow, right?
Yeah, I pre-ordered Flow. I low-key, I put an order in, but I didn't fucking, like, confirm it because I'm an idiot. It was for the Battle of Algiers, which, like, that's another movie that I really like, and Godzilla vs. Biollante, but I fucking forgot to order it.
Can you just... Yeah, but you could just order it now, right?
No, but the 50% off sale's over.
Wait.
Yeah.
They have Criterion for that Godzilla?
Yeah, they have like I'm pretty sure you know the Shohei era that I really like.
Yeah,
they have like Criterions for like every movie in the
That's
Shohei
actually
era.
Sick.
Sure. Yeah, did you see the covers?
No, I didn't.
Hold on, let me see if I could.
Maybe I'll pull it up.
Yeah, just look up Godzilla Criterion.
Dude, they even have like a box set.
They do. That one's like mad money, but this one's really cool.
Yeah, Godzilla box, the Showa films. $130. That's not that bad, honestly.
Nah.
Pull it up. I'll show the audience really quick.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
This looks pretty cool.
Oh, that's actually sick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 films. It looks like a booklet though. It probably wouldn't like fit on your shelf, but it's still really cool.
The art is mad cool.
Oh, is this the one? This?
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks really cool.
Their covers, like $25.
Yeah, their covers are always really cool.
Yeah, their covers are sick. Yeah, they have all of them though. Like, just look up Godzilla Criterion.
This one. This is the.
Is it the original?
Yeah, that's cool. It's a cool cover. I'll show you one that I want soon.
Well, yeah. Oh, it's coming to Criterion?
I think they put it up recently.
Oh, 20. Yeah. That's not bad. 26?
Well, I'll get the 4K, so 32. 4K? But still.
Yeah.
Criterion they have. I mean, Happiness they have. What's another one I wanted?
Did they reveal the cover for Anora?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's this.
Oh, yeah. Look up Flow, because they didn't have a cover yet when I did.
They have a cover, I think.
They do?
Yeah.
When I ordered it, was just like there was no image.
Oh no, wait. No, they don't.
No, I don't think they do yet because that's like the. It'll probably be cool though. Brutal. You still haven't seen Flow, right?
Nah, it's on Max. I'll watch it at some point. But yeah, little tangent there.
Yeah. Buy physical media, guys. Yeah,
buy physical media. So, that's really it. You want to recommend a movie for our next episode?
Yeah. So, we've actually both seen this movie. It's one of my favorite movies ever. Came out in 1981, and it's directed by... I'm definitely going to butcher this. Andrzej Zulawski. He's a Polish director, and the movie is Possession. And I feel like this is one of the probably, if not my favorite horror movie ever, probably my favorite international film ever. It had a I watched this like as I was like kind of getting into what I like about movies and stuff like that. So I feel like this has had a big impact on me. I really, really like this. The lead performance by, I'm definitely gonna butcher her name, Isabella Anjani, right?
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
So
I don't know it off the top of my head.
and then Sam Neill, obviously from the like Jurassic Park movies, is in it as well. But really, really, really good horror movie in my opinion. And also, speaking of Pattinson, he's apparently going to be attached for this like remake or whatever they're gonna try to retell the story.
Yeah, that's exciting. I could see like him and Mia Goth as the leads. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Something like that. All right, yeah, I'm excited. I've seen that only once.
Yeah.
And I think it's one that I definitely wanted to rewatch.
Yeah.
So that should be a good discussion. In terms of other stuff coming out, a Minecraft movie comes out this Friday.
Oh fuck yeah.
And the week after is the movie Drop.
Oh,
And-
is that the one with the phone?
Yeah, and then The Amateur, which I honestly have no interest in either of them. But
Yeah.
maybe something will come to streaming.
I know Rachel Brosnahan is like playing the female lead in that one.
Yeah. I'm excited for Minecraft, dude, I gotta say. But
I heard mixed reviews online.
I'm a
Like, from
Minecraft
what,
fan. So like I'm definitely gonna like it more than you just based on like the Easter eggs and knowing how the game works and whatnot. But they should have made Steve not
like
Jack Black.
They should have made what's his name?
They should have made him a Giga Chad. Like
They should have made Jason Momoa play him.
even more like chiseled and handsome than him, honestly. Like a Glenn Powell type. Like
Oh, what about? Oh, you know what else comes out?
Steve is like that,
That
bro.
Pedro Pascal movie, Freaky Tales.
Really?
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
Sure.
I think it comes out April 4th.
That comes
Oh,
out.
also Warfare comes out the 11th.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll do Warfare then.
Warfare.
Freaky Tales. Yeah, you're right. April 4th. All right, so we'll probably do Warfare. Warfare and
Warfare and Minecraft.
I might have to get a
We got
creeper.
quite
hoodie.
we're hitting
You know
all
those
the
creeper hoodies?
targets on that one. What happened? Oh, the zip up creeper hoodies.
Yeah.
I paused my Minecraft
Yeah.
to be here. Yeah. We got it when the
all right,
FNAF
anyways,
2 one
thanks
comes out,
everyone.
What?
Oh no, sorry, bro. I think this is like a fucking jumbled ending now, but your shit is like delayed for me for some reason. Your audio.
Yours is delayed for me.
But all right, well, I'll wrap it up. So don't say a peep type shit. You know, keep your mouth pinned. But
Yeah, I gotcha.
thanks everyone for watching and listening. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you don't already, please follow us on social media. We just got to 4,000 Instagram followers, so big milestone there. We're hoping to get our YouTube subscriber count up. We only have about 75 subscribers, which obviously is not great compared to 4,000, but we appreciate each and every one of you that tunes in and subscribes to us. And yeah, we're hoping to grow that now that we're doing the face cam. I think it's pretty successful so far. And yeah, definitely leave us a follow, give us a like, subscribe, do all that stuff for us.
Yeah.
But
Do we have any questions?
nah, I put up a poll and there was like 1 or 2 questions, but nothing that interesting. So I was like,
All right.
better luck next time. You feel me? So, all right.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Peace.